welcome to a Madden 20 franchise mode save, and this is going to be a relocation franchise. So we're going to choose a team, and within our first season we're going to put in a relocation request. And the team I have decided to use is the team that, in my opinion, are the favourite team outside of the US, especially where I'm from the UK, and that is the Raiders.
Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.
Let's go financial mogul. Accept. So we're we are the owner. Good. So let's head into pre-season. Season 1 pre-season. Fucked up. Right, anyway, so right, it didn't matter that we changed it, so we're going to click relocate. We're going to confirm. I'll check with you with a couple of cities to see if anyone's interested. Keep an eye on things, on your things to do in a couple of weeks to choose a city. So we're an 89 overall. Our offense is 81. Our defense is 77.
This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths and weaknesses by looking at their archetype ratings.
Let's jump into the preseason game. What should we play? Which one? Yeah, let's leave it on 6-minute quarters and see how we do. Let's take on the full game. Is that the right option? We'll soon find out. And we take on the Rams pre-season game. Get a home pre-season win we need to do.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see Jared Goff and the NFC champion Los Angeles.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California.
So we get the ball at halftime.
We kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Los Angeles Rams and the Oakland Raiders. This will be taken very short.
Yeah.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Rams offense ready to go to work, and it's Jared Goff who leads them out. #1 overall pick back in 2016. If you look at it, his rise falls right in line with the arrival of Sean McVay as head coach. 2 years ago, 0-7 start as a rookie, but since then 24-7 in the regular season the last 2 years. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's gone. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee.
Oh.
We got this. But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Goff on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive #1, but the only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs, eluding the pressure right. And right away, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley.
Let's go.
He's swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Goff, and that is incomplete.
Force the field goal.
I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Jacobs now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. On 2nd down, Jacobs.
Get out of the way.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. This is Jalen Richard,
I'm running to him
from Southern Miss.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all.
Then look at this. It's a fake.
Out the way.
And
he got caught in his own.
They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Now a first down throw, gone. And Woods has it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. On second
Give me that ball.
Goff. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's third down.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
I got a new set of downs.
But he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Kaderl Hodge there to make the grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No,
not at all.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
Thank you.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Now Glennon.
No.
Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On second down now, it's Brown. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, it's Washington.
No, I should have just kept going on that angle.
39.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them.
That's lost. Oh, thank God for that.
There on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Derek Carrier, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Glennon flushed out right.
Thank you.
Hauling it in, Nelson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the
Get
NFL.
me that first down, baby.
Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a Raider first. Glennon. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They were trying to get it to DeAndre Washington. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. To the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Draw play, Washington. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Bortles now on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. On 1st down, Bortles. They'll roll him out right. They'll try and run it.
Fucking hell.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Bortles.
Give me that sack.
They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. This fielded a few
Oh, that was
yards
a bad
into the
mistake.
end zone.
That was a bad mistake. Oh, that was
And
bad.
he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Washington.
Give me that first down.
Past the 45 before being tackled.
Give me that first down.
10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Give me that first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Glennon flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Come on.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Washington now out of the gun. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
Face mask. Defense.
Yes.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
They run from the shotgun with Washington.
Yes.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider
Stand up, boys.
A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken near the 13. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them after they built that lead at intermission. They've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some.
Ouch.
Because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here. Anything to seize that momentum back. Again, it's Henderson.
Shit. No.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 14-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. On 2nd and 7, Bortles. Open man here is Kroll. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henderson.
And that, why did it
takes
just...
it across for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marcel Aitman, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
Give me that ball.
The throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Get down.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Bortles and the Rams going to come up on a 1st and 10 at the 20. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there.
Shut you out.
The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Push him back. Push him back.
Yeah.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd down. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Draw play for Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So frustrating.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Brown.
Come on.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, In this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and then get it. Anywhere close to the first down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll run it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right.
Into coverage.
Falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, but now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rolling to his right, and that will be incomplete.
I've got to go for it.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Escaping the pressure right.
Come on!
Nelson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Not that I can win, but...
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll set up a throw, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And now
Come
a
on.
deep shot that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up to throw. And
That was out of the
that'll be
pocket.
incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Clearly
wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your
I'm
penalty.
sure I scrambled out of that pocket.
Penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly set. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Flush to his right.
Air it out.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Bortles going to throw here.
No, he's not.
He's going to get
this
one as down he goes. Benson Mayowa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on
Doesn't
2nd
matter.
down. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
Whoa.
Start your week by installing your game plan. An offensive and defensive game. Each week you can focus. Once you've made your game plan, choose to start training. You have grades for each. Browse available players to improve your team.
Let's play
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is...
No, I pressed the wrong thing.
So
My
the
bad.
football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
My bad.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first
I pressed the
down.
wrong button,
He
my
didn't
bad.
force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember,
The Cardinals can't seem to stop the run game.
Rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
No, that didn't work. They stopped that one.
First down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13, Carr.
Dear, dear.
Incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the draw, Richard. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. There's a short little toss to Carrier. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Halfback stretch. See if we can get any work done.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
Yes, we can.
And
yes, we can.
The 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now Carr, flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs.
We'll take that.
Get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Richard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Carr to throw.
Another scouting report.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So
And they went and scored.
Losing and hoping to get the football in the end zone for the first time. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now, 180. Check, 43. Hey,
On first down, Carr escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it.
That's
and
a
they'll work
first.
this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
play to win. Let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Well across.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Even though he's a 4th rounder, I think he might have a chance to play and prove that, hey, I could have been taken higher in that draft.
And we've seen so many times now, guys who go lower in the draft, undrafted free agents that become big-time players, Pro Bowl players. So you never know. 4th-round pick has a chance to be a really good player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
Give me them
And
3
they didn't really
points.
reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run on first down. Richard, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true.
No, that's
Do you actually lose sight of some of the
awful.
smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The final shot here before half for Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coach. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Mike Glennon now in the...
Down. 10-2 stop. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
The third quarter starts with a run by Martin. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down.
We're really
and
struggling
second and
in the...
5. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flushed out right.
Come
That'll
on.
be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was the guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Glennon. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Good work, boy.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Glennon. It's brought in by Harris. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Glennon flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. 22 yards there. First down.
As a general rule,
I didn't get out of
offensive
bounds.
linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over.
We're not having a good preseason, are we, boys and girls?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Get rid of it.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side.
Come
That's going to
on.
be knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run with Washington. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Definitely. And look at this. It's a fake. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no.
Yeah.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. The open man here, Renfro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now he's going to throw deep right side.
Come
and that will be
on.
incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected.
In his
Instead,
hands.
it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
He gets it complete to Harris. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now back to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Raiders on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be third and a month. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Right back to Washington. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw, rolling to his right. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop it. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought...
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Right. Come in.
Do you want a bit, Rich?
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports.
Thank you.
Coming up, we'll see the 15-year veteran Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers as they take on Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's third.
Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Oakland Raiders. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr is set and ready to roll as he leads the Raiders out onto the field. Carr in his 6th season, 28 years of age, former second-round pick back in 2014, and a lot of people feel this is a critical season for Derek Carr as a Raider. Remember, there were whispers that the Raiders might be in the market for a QB in the draft, even contemplated maybe making a run at Kyler Murray, but in the end, they stood pat with Derek Carr, hoping that he's the long-term answer. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They run it with a rookie from Alabama,
Green Bay
Josh
broke
Jacobs.
tackles.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. That's
oh my God.
Allison. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Good job, D. Good job.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Come on.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Come on, fellas.
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught by Jones.
Come on.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. Open here is Allison.
Come on, complete. Stay out the end zone.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal.
Get down.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5.
Punt
right
it.
around the 6-yard
Field goal. Thank you.
Safety with a sack
Thank
there.
you.
LaMarcus Joyner.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Thank you.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the 2nd team, but a good start for the 1st unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the preseason. Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the 1st drive?
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And on the 1st drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And
come on, 10 minutes
right
first, 10 minutes first, 10 minutes
first. Pick up a 10 and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Carr. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau.
Lovely.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12
back
yards
punt
that
draw.
time at an Oakland first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Carr. And he can't find anywhere to go with it.
It didn't animate in time.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back when he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never
Decent field goal kicker we've got. That's
These
one good
kickers
thing.
now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Oh, dear.
Left side to start out. That's complete.
Oh, dear.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Still need to get better reading the offense. It's like when I'm on defense, I can now.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Touchdown, Packers.
That's unlucky.
Marquez.
That's unlucky. Can we look at that again?
Valdez-Scantling, 63 yards, and the Packers have taken the lead.
Thank you.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Here's Jones. A solid
I had
run
to
on
challenge
1st
it.
down, gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Whoa.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Jones has it.
Shut down. Shut out.
Losing yardage back at the 27.
Punt,
Tough
field goal,
sledding.
field goal.
They lose a yard
Good
there
ball.
on 3rd.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running
take
down,
it into halftime.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Carlson now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner.
Come
Get
on.
your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick
Give me that football. Let's go.
Inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
He'll run it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30, and he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
This QB's quite good, actually.
Big yardage
Getting
down
used to
the
him now.
scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point in the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
This is a tight game, boys and girls.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Rodgers going to throw.
Interception. Interception, baby. Give me that interception.
We'll go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
On first down, Jacobs trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. And he locates Wilson. A good pickup there at 22.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over.
Come on.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And we'll take it to the final quarter.
Back now in the East Bay. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football.
Give me the touchdown.
Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Washington there to make the grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
This is taken near the 13. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. To throw, Kaiser, and that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Glennon.
Get rid of that. Is that in the pocket?
Comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are in the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. Oh, Kaiser can't get away.
Get that sack. What we got him for? 7 yards.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean.
Oh,
they
God.
wear that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. It's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put them on the ground.
A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you talk about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as
wow.
It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Trevor Davis there to make the grab. as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes.
Oh, and I snapped
Well, the
early.
hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Washington. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Glennon. But it's brought in by Washington. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Glennon now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Rolling to his right.
Let's go be out, yeah.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Dwayne Harris, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't
That was
it?
a bad punt.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Overtime.
And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. On the ground, this is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Kaiser to throw it.
Come on.
Fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially for a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Ready, Brick. 26 left. Get that ball, D. Get that ball. Let's go.
They start the drive with Martin.
Yeah.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Washington.
I went the wrong way.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
60 Pittsburgh.
He'll look to throw. The open man here, Renfro.
70, India.
To throw again on 2nd down. Glennon eluding the pressure right. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading.
And look at this. It's a fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And
Come
this
on.
is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Kaiser. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Yeah.
And he got
They
it.
win by a field goal.
The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice. Use your practice squad to develop younger players that could eventually contribute in games. Easily see how many. Here are some recommendations to get you started.
Fan happiness needs work. Right, we'll end the stream here. Next episode and stream we'll take on the Seattle Seahawks in the last pre-season, and we'll jump into my first season as owner of the Raiders. And as you remember, we put in a request to relocate. People are a bit unhappy, but it'll be better once we actually relocate. So I hope you enjoy this stream. I've been Richard E. Creswell. You've all been awesome, and I'll catch you in the next one.